This simple food adds 7 years. Scientists studying centenarians just confirmed it. The longest lived people share one secret most doctors never mention. Stay with me. In 2004, National Geographic explorer Dan Buettner made a discovery that would reshape longevity science forever. He identified 5 regions where people routinely live past 100, not just surviving, but thriving. Sardinia, Italy. Okinawa, Japan. Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica. Picaria, Greece. And Loma Linda, California. These blue zones shared something remarkable. It wasn't genetics. It wasn't healthcare access. It wasn't even exercise habits. It was how they ate. But here's what researchers discovered: the magic wasn't in exotic superfoods or complicated meal plans. The centenarians in these regions consumed simple, whole foods in specific patterns that scientists are only now beginning to fully understand. And the benefits? They go far beyond just adding years. We're talking about sharper minds, stronger hearts, and bodies that remain active into the 10th decade of life. But that's not even the most surprising part of what they found. The research team analyzed over 50 years of dietary data from these populations. And the best part is this: every single blue zone, despite being separated by thousands of miles and completely different cultures, converged on the same nutritional principles. 95% of their calories came from plants. Not 100%. 95. They still enjoyed meat, fish, and dairy, just in smaller, strategic amounts. The Okinawans followed something called hara hachibu, eating until they were 80% full. The Sardinians drank 2 glasses of local red wine daily, rich in antioxidants from indigenous grapes. The Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda made nuts a daily staple. But when researchers dug deeper into the data, they found one nutrient that appeared in every single blue zone diet at levels far exceeding Western consumption. This nutrient reduces inflammation, feeds beneficial gut bacteria, regulates blood sugar, and protects against heart disease. Most Americans get less than half the recommended amount. If this is already making you rethink your plate, drop a like so I know to keep going with these evidence-based insights. What science shows next will inspire you? That mystery nutrient is fiber. But before you tune out thinking you've heard this before, listen closely. This isn't your grandmother's fiber advice. Modern research has completely transformed our understanding of what fiber actually does in your body. A 2019 study from The Lancet analyzed 185 observational studies and 58 clinical trials. The conclusion? For every 8 grams of additional fiber consumed daily, the risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and colorectal cancer dropped by up to 30%. 8 grams. That's 1 cup of raspberries. 1 avocado. 1 cup of cooked lentils. But here's where it gets really interesting. The blue zone populations weren't just eating any fiber. They consumed diverse fiber from multiple sources every single day. The Okinawans got theirs from sweet potatoes and seaweed. The Sardinians from whole grain bread and beans. The Icarians from wild greens and legumes. This diversity feeds different species of gut bacteria, creating what scientists call a robust microbiome. And your microbiome, it turns out, controls far more than digestion. Your gut contains trillions of bacteria that communicate directly with your brain through something called the gut-brain axis. When you feed these bacteria diverse fiber, they produce short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation throughout your entire body, including your brain. 2023 study from Stanford University found that people who ate 30 different plant foods per week had significantly more diverse gut bacteria and lower markers of chronic inflammation than those eating fewer than 10. 30 sounds like a lot, but think about this: one salad with mixed greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, and chickpeas already gets you 5. Add berries to your oatmeal, that's 3 more. It adds up faster than you think. But there's an even better benefit beyond fiber that the Blue Zone research revealed. Protein consumption patterns in these populations challenged everything Western nutrition experts had been teaching for decades. The centenarians weren't avoiding protein. They were timing it strategically and choosing sources that most Americans overlook entirely. And this timing, researchers discovered, makes the difference between muscle loss and muscle preservation as you age. The real secret to longevity is this: Blue Zone centenarians eat their largest meal at midday, not dinner. They consume small amounts of high-quality protein spread throughout the day rather than loading it all into one evening meal. And they get most of their protein from legumes, the true superfood that Western diets severely underestimate. Beans, lentils, chickpeas. These humble foods appear in every single Blue Zone cuisine. The Sardinians eat fava beans. The Nicoians eat black beans with every meal. The Okinawans consume soybeans in multiple forms. A cup of cooked lentils provides 18 grams of protein, 0 saturated fat, and 16 grams of fiber. But that's just the setup for what researchers found next. When scientists compared muscle mass and strength in Blue Zone populations to age-matched Western populations, the results were startling. Despite eating less total protein than Americans, Blue Zone elders maintained significantly more muscle function. The difference? Consistent small portions of plant protein combined with daily physical activity versus large protein loads consumed while sedentary. If you want to add years to your life, and life to your years, hit that subscribe button. We focus on what actually works. And this is how you can start today. Let's get practical. Breakfast is where most people over 50 make their biggest mistake. The typical American breakfast of toast, cereal, or pastry spikes blood sugar, provides minimal protein, and contains almost no fiber. Compare this to an Okinawan breakfast: miso soup with tofu, vegetables, and a small portion of rice. Or a Mediterranean breakfast: Greek yogurt with nuts, berries, and a drizzle of olive oil. These meals stabilize blood sugar for hours, provide complete protein, and deliver diverse fiber. Making this single swap can reduce inflammation markers by up to 40% within weeks, according to research from the University of Naples. Here's a simple formula that captures Blue Zone breakfast principles. 1 serving of protein like eggs, Greek yogurt, or legumes. 1 serving of healthy fat like olive oil, avocado, or nuts. And at least 2 servings of fiber-rich plants like berries, vegetables, or whole grains. This combination keeps you satisfied until lunch without blood sugar crashes. But wait, there's more good news about one specific food that appears in almost every longevity study. What happens next is remarkable. That food is olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil specifically. The centenarians of Icaria, Greece consume up to 6 tablespoons daily. And before you worry about fat, consider this: a 2022 study following 90,000 Americans for over 28 years found that people who consumed more than half a tablespoon of olive oil daily had 19% lower risk of dying from any cause, 17% lower risk of dying from cancer, and 19% lower risk of dying from heart disease. The polyphenols in extra virgin olive oil act as powerful antioxidants that protect your cells from damage. They reduce inflammation in blood vessels. They even cross the blood-brain barrier to protect neurons. The Icarians don't just drizzle olive oil on salads. They cook with it, dip bread in it, and add it to almost everything. One researcher called it liquid gold for a reason. Combined with the fiber-rich vegetables, legumes, and whole grains we discussed, olive oil becomes part of an eating pattern that doesn't just add years to your life. It adds life to your years. Mental clarity, physical energy, independence maintained well into your 90s. Let me put this in perspective. You don't need to move to Sardinia or completely overhaul your diet overnight. Small, consistent changes compound over time. Start with breakfast. Add 1 legume dish per week. Replace 1 refined snack with nuts. Drizzle olive oil instead of butter. Aim for those 30 different plants across the week. These aren't restrictions. They're additions. You're not giving up foods you love. You're adding foods that love you back. The centenarians in blue zones don't think about dieting. They simply eat traditional foods that generations before them ate. Foods that happen to align perfectly with what modern science confirms promotes longevity. Your body has remarkable capacity for healing and regeneration at any age. Research shows that dietary improvements create measurable benefits within weeks, not years. Inflammation markers drop. Energy increases. Sleep improves. Digestion normalizes. Every meal is an opportunity. Every grocery trip is a choice. Every bite is either moving you toward vitality or away from it. Here's your action plan starting today. First, tomorrow morning, try a Blue Zone-inspired breakfast. Greek yogurt with berries and walnuts. Or scrambled eggs with sautéed vegetables and olive oil. Notice how you feel by lunch. Second, this week, add 1 legume meal. Could be as simple as adding chickpeas to a salad or making a lentil soup. Third, get yourself a good quality extra virgin olive oil. Look for harvest dates on the bottle and store it away from heat and light. Use it daily. Fourth, count your plants this week. Challenge yourself to reach 20 different plant foods, then work toward 30. These 4 steps align your eating with patterns proven across cultures and decades of research to extend not just lifespan, but health span, the years you spend thriving rather than just surviving. The science is clear. The evidence is overwhelming. Your best years are still ahead. What matters now is what you choose to do with this information. Because knowledge only creates change when it becomes action. Remember, your best years are ahead. Subscribe for weekly longevity tips, and tell me, what health topic should we cover next? Drop it in the comments. This community loves supporting each other, and I read every single response. If you're already doing some of these things, share what's working for you. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Now you know the nutritional secrets that add years to your life. The question is, what will you eat tomorrow?